Hey, everybody. Welcome to Second Amendment Ranch.
Main choke.
Cameron's playing a game. I don't think he realizes we're live yet. So everybody just watch the expression on his face.
Oh, why would you smoke it, Huey?
Do. This is hilarious. You don't get to see this too often.
Throw it north stairs.
He'll pop in here in a second once he realizes we are live. Hey, wake up. Wake up. Everybody put stuff in the comments while he's playing his game. Then we'll show him.
Going blue. Made blue. Two blue. Coming up now. Blue.
Well, everybody check out engravings, as we'll show you. Well, he's playing his game. We're right here on the Bill of Rights Network on Facebook and YouTube and other places. Cameron. We're live.
I hear you.
Can't hear me? Wait a second. Audio 1, 2. It's on my side. I'm talking, Cameron.
What the fuck?
Can you hear me? 1, 2, 1, 2.
Why am I not?
1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Put it on your regular speaker on your computer. Oh, we're having malfunctions today. Oh, here he is. Now can you hear me? Hello? Cameron.
Son of a bitch.
Everybody type something in, please. He's trying to get this figured out while his headphone isn't working. Audio 1, 2. Audio. Cameron can't hear. We can hear him, and he froze. So, again, welcome to the Second Amendment Ranch. We'll get the show started just as soon as Cameron. Gotta love technology. Yeah, that's right, Jesse. We do. He was playing a game, so I don't know what happened, but he is froze now and locked up and can't hear any mess. So We'll see what goes on. But thank you for joining us, Jesse. Anyway, folks, I'm sure Cameron will be back in a second. While we get this going, uh, if you need any engravings done, this is engraved here. I do engravings on tiles, wood, uh, just about anything, can make any design. Contact is on the Bill of Rights network on Facebook, and I'll set you a price and see what we can get done.
Fuck.
Yeah, Jesse, we're working on it. And Cameron still can't hear me. He is having major difficulties today.
Why am I not getting any audio?
Hello, hello.
Easy, guys. Easy.
We can hear you.
What the hell? Why am I not getting any damn audio?
I don't know.
Let's get an audio in the game. Oh, yeah, Jesse, you really got to love.
Gotta love technology. Can you hear me? Nope, he can't. Blood pressure's on the rise. This is too much fun. I can say anything I want to about Cameron, and he can't hear me.
It's not muted.
Yeah, you're unmuted.
It's not the mic.
And the speakers. Hope you're having fun, Jesse. We'll get him on here before long.
It's none of those. What the hell is going on?
Hook your headset into your Yeti.
Output. This.
Okay, get you some fresh coffee. I got my iced tea. And we're going to have a lot of fun as soon as he can get on here. We usually do.
I'm having just a great day. I'm having such a great day.
I don't think he can realize we hear him. See if I can send him a message if he'll get it.
I've done everything else, but I can't hear Carl.
Can you hear me?
What the hell?
Check your message.
Okay.
Okay. He'll be back. Here he comes. Check
You
your
hear
pot.
me, Carl?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear you. Nod yes or no. Okay, I don't have a plug-in to the Yeti for that. It's a USB plug. I'm getting audio everywhere else. I can hear other.
Your Yeti should have a headset plug.
I can hear. Where'd you go?
Right here.
I hate StreamYard. I hate you. Now I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
What happened?
StreamYard likes to mute me in an area that makes absolutely no
Mm.
sense. On the top of the hotbar, there's a little microphone at the
Yep.
very top. Okay, I'm going through my settings. I'm looking at the bottom, going through my computer settings. It keeps
Mm.
muting me in an area. I'm looking up. It's got the markers for it. Leave, come back, reset, leave, come back.
And to think, folks, I didn't have to get. He's popping in and out. I didn't have to get his blood pressure going.
No, I'm playing a game or was playing a game. I got no notification the live was going. I had no notification on timing. This day has royally fucking pissed me off.
Oh, we was having fun the first 3 or 4 minutes while you was playing the game. I said he has no idea we're live.
No, I'm sitting in StreamYard. I'll hear him when he comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Nope, nothing. Not a damn thing.
Nope.
We've got one viewer. Not a fucking thing. When our numbers come up, I'll worry about my fucking language then.
That'll work.
But we've been going for 3 years now? Longer than that.
Our numbers used to do real good the first year. After 19 hit us, everything's went to shit.
We can't get our numbers up for shit. I want to talk about a new caliber that comes out, but there's nobody to talk to about a new fucking caliber.
Hi, Kimberly. Oh, I know.
Hi, Kim. Yes, Kim. I know I got to watch my language when you get your thing set up. But until I get my numbers up here, I'm going to cuss like a sailor. I want good numbers. It's bullshit. We cannot grow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, new caliber. You've heard of 300 Blackout, right?
Yep.
There's a big brother version of 300 Blackout now.
Really?
Yes, there is a new Faxion Firearms. No, I'm not sponsored by them. I want to get a gun from them, but they're constantly sold out. And right now they're only really doing pistols, which, as we know, we're dealing with the pistol brace ban, which, again, the ATF does not make law. They don't. They make regulations and standards. Does not mean it is federal law. Them trying to enforce this crap is complete and utter bullshit. Like the pistol or the vertical foregrip on pistols, bump stock ban. And the federal government just repealed the ATF on bump stock bans. For those of you that don't know, the ATF is still trying to enforce in Texas the suppressor bill. They're overstepping their boundaries. The ATF it's OSHA. Everybody knows OSHA. The only difference is instead of being able to hit people with fines and crap, they're shooting your dog. So Faxion Firearms, Faxeon, something like that, created the 8.6 black. I want to say it's the 8.6 Blackout. Faxon, Faxon. You want to interview GOA? Who's GOA? I don't know who GOA is.
I'll promote you on Twitter. Yeah. Yeah, we're on Twitter.
So the 8.6 Blackout was developed by a gentleman. I have the Houston direct. Oh, yeah. Gun owners. I would love to interview them.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to interview anybody like that. But they have the 8.6 Blackout, which is, so for those of you that don't know, the 300 Blackout is very similar to 7.62 by 39. And The 300 blackout was utilized from, this is from a discussion with the owner of my company. Apparently, this was a very common, popular round amongst. Send it to Carl. He's the producer. He does this. He does that stuff.
Yeah. Send me his
Apparently,
phone number on the Bill of Rights, Kimberly.
the 300 blackout was designed and utilized by special forces because they wanted something that hit harder through plates. 5.56 will not do anything. Well, it'll eventually do something to body armor, but 300 blackout will break the plate, has enough penetration. It's not a long range round. It's only accurate for 100 to 150 yards. Breaks through the first plate, but does not have the force to go through the body out the other plate. So it was a very popular round against for special forces because they wanted something that could do the damage they wanted it to do without risking damaging their partners on the other side of the enemy. If they were trying to do a pincer movement, anything like that, they didn't want to shoot through walls and everything and start hitting friendlies. The 8.6 blackout is a stepped up version. They do have subsonic and supersonic as well. It was reimagined. So best thing I can do is show you. Oh, no. Share screen one. So over here we have the 300 blackout, subsonic, and supersonic. You can see the bullet itself is a little beefier overall on everything. It is a bigger step up. It's going to have a little more on the oomph behind it, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
See, powder charge, fill 8-inch, 12 and 16. I want to know your. I want to know about the foot-pounds of damage coming out. (2,000 feet per second out of a 12-inch barrel with a 1 to 3 twist to 2,000 foot-pounds of force. I mean, compared to a. Is that the 300 blackout or is that the. .65 Creedmoor. So it's a 6.5 Creedmoor shortened case blown out for a .338 bullet. Yeah. Yeah. So a 6.5 Creedmoor is this guy right here. Oh, I actually have .338 too.
I was going to say, you better have. Share the show out, folks. Let's get these numbers up so we can give away one of these coins.
So they took this bullet right here and shoved it into this cartridge. Yeah. 6.5 Creedmoor, .338 Lapua. You can see that .338 Lapua is a thick bitch.
Right.
She is girthy. So they took this, necked it out, stretched it out to fit the .338 Lapua round. Let's see. So the lightest bullet's going to be between 150 to 160 grains. You're looking at 2,400 feet a second with that. They'll have the subsonic rounds up to about 360 grains. Wow. I want one of these guns. They're taking the 6.5 Creedmoor is a variant on 7.62 by 51 or 308. It was designed to be a longer reaching bullet than 5.56, but have a flatter trajectory than 308 or 7.62 by 51.
Mm-hmm.
So it had more range, it was more accurate, and still had the force to do what it needed to do at range. Then they took a bullet tip that was designed to break body armor at 1,000 yards and shoved that thing into it. They are taking what could be considered, and again, this is an opinion-based statement, they're taking the best of two worlds and fusing them. They're taking a bullet that is purposefully built to break body armor and putting it in something that is meant to be more accurate than a 308. It's not going to have the range of a 338 Lapua. It's a fat bullet coming out of a smaller gun, but it's going to hit with force. I can see it being accurate. Let's see if it actually tells me. Up to 300 meters from what I'm seeing. Yeah, so 300 meters, 3.3 feet
400
per
and some
meter.
yards.
No, it's more than that.
No, it ain't.
Oh, you're talking yards. I was looking at feet. 3.3 feet per meter. So that's 600. No, that's 990 feet, give or take. So divide that by 3. That's 100.
That's
300.
Yeah.
We'll call it 3. It's 270 yards, something like that. Either way. But so you have longer range than the 300 Blackout. You have way more impact than a 5.56. A harder hit than 308, which I have.
But you're saying it's only accurate up to 270 yards?
Give or take.
Damn, that ain't very far.
It's not meant to be long range. It's not meant to be a huge 200. Carl, what's the furthest you've shot a deer at?
Oh, almost 1,000 yards.
Damn.
30-06.
So 308 is only accurate to. What was it?
Oh, I've shot 308 deer with 308 at about 350 to 400 yards.
So 308 goes up to 1,000 yards accuracy. 6.5 or 6.5 Creedmoor, I want to say it's 1,200 yards. Yeah, 1,200 yards. 338 Lapua, I want to say is 2,000.
Yeah.
$1,750 meters, so 1,090 yards. It's going to break body armor, so 1,910 yards accuracy. Whereas your 300 Blackout, range is 460. But this, you've got to think, this is the longest they want to push this bullet. This is where somebody with a minimal experience can pick one up and go, okay, it's sighted in at this range. You can shoot it at that range. Whereas you've got professional shooters or somebody that's got more experience, somebody like you can put it into their hands and they've got a longer range. That 300 meters is going to be, because even 300 Blackout being only 460 meters, that's what am I looking for? 300 Blackouts, smaller. It's about the same caliber size of this one, but a shorter bullet. So this is 308, so it's about, I want to say about there on that.
Right.
So it is not meant to have a long range. It is meant to it's meant to hit with force, closer combat. So this one being you've got to think, if I take this powder charge,
right,
and shove something this fat into it, it's got to push all of this now.
Right.
So it's a fat. I mean, you're doubling the size of the bullet that you're having to push. So yeah, your range is going to go down substantially, comparing it to its normal 1,200 yard accuracy for that one. When you've got to double that, it should, I mean, basic math, you half it. So accurate range that you should be able to function with might be up to 600 yards.
Right.
But the amount of force, I mean, you're looking at, what was it? 2,400 feet per second to another. That's the subsonic. 3,500 feet per second. We'll go with basics, not subsonic. Oh, I want you to tell me the foot pounds. People ask, it does not work. Full mag capacity is can't feed an AR. Da, da, da. 1 to 3 twist. I want to know what kind of.
I want to know what the foot pounds FPS is.
I mean, you're going to anywhere from 2,000 on the subsonic to 3,600.
Okay, what's the kinetic energy on it?
That's what I want to find out.
Right.
But it does not look like they've done
any testing like that on it.
Well, they've been doing testing on it. Let's see if anybody else has actually been able to play with it. At 400 yards, from what they're saying, the wrong question is asked. In assessments, 338 caliber, subsonic self-defense, 1-3 twist, bullet weight, muzzle velocity, 100-yard energy. You're looking at 1,684 foot-pounds of force.
Wow.
You're looking at 10 times that of a 22 LR.
Oh, yeah.
At 400 yards, you're still looking at 993 foot-pounds of force. Whereas your 308, you're looking at 1,000 at 100 yards, 2,357 pounds of force.
Mm-hmm.
But this is with a 185 grain bullet for the 8.6 blackout. Your 178 grain for the 308. So yes, the 308 has longer range, but if you get hit with a 338 bullet at 100 yards, your plate's done. The 308 does have overall more impressive foot-pounds of force. 8.6 blackouts coming out anywhere from 22 to 3,000 feet per second. 338 Win Mag is 2,750 feet per second, where it's 3,314 foot-pounds. So they're comparing this to this with this bullet. So you can see this is 308 or 7.62 by 51.
Right.
Let's see if I can't. Come on, work for me a little bit there. I will flick you. So there is very. Come on, line up for me. Would you focus? Y'all know what focus means? Fuck off because you're stupid. You can see the 6.5 Creedmoor. This one right here is a little thinner. This is 308 or 7.62 by 51. You can also see they're the exact same length. It's very easy to confuse these two calibers unless you're like me and you happen to own and shoot both of them. I know exactly where this one needs to go, and I know exactly where this one needs to go. Benefit I also have, the 6.5 Creedmoor has a red tip. No, it's nothing special. It's just a little piece of plastic, but I know it's got a point to it. I know this one's with, and you saw me shuffle. I can shuffle these, keep my eyes up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this one in my hand right now is 6.5 Creedmoor. So it's very easy to mix your calibers up. Your guns cannot shoot the same one. They're not meant to handle that.
Okay, so with this ammo, are you needing a different weapon to fire it in, or is it still firing it in the 300 blackout?
It is a different weapon. It's an AR-10. It's an AR-10 body with. Let me go actually back to their website. Firearms. Come on, work for me. 6.5 Creedmoor, 308, 5.56, 350. Oh my God, they've got a 350 Legend AR-15.
Ooh.
Yeah, what the hell? I've got 50 Beowulf. I've got 50 Beowulf. I don't need it. 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 5.56. Ah, there we go. So they have what they're currently selling, their bigger items. Screen again. No, I'm not sponsored by them. Facebook, YouTube. We're not selling the gun. We
No.
are not doing this. So yeah, the price is showing up, but I don't have control over that. I'm sorry, get bent. But you can see right here it is an AR-10 pistol shooting that 8.6 blackout. It has to have a different barrel. I want to say it's a basic AR-10, so a 6.5 or a 300 black. No, 300 blackout. I don't want to say it's AR-15. 6.5 Creedmoor, 308. What are the other AR-10 calibers? I can't remember. There's so.
How long a barrel is that?
That one's, I think, an 8-inch.
That's what I was going to say. I seen 8-inch on there. I was like, damn.
Yeah, it's that I want one. Yes, I want it in the pistol, but I also don't want to have to fight with the ATF. You can also see sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. Oh no, they actually have the 5.56. But all their higher caliber pistols are all sold out. All the pistols are sold out. Thank you, ATF. That's all you do is you just increase gun sales. That's all you're good for. So it's an AR-10. From what I remember, it is based off the basic AR-10 body, but they have to do a different barrel for it. It looks like they may have changed the rifling. All the way back to the bastard. But yeah, it is definitely a new, interesting caliber.
Dogs are having fun.
Oh yeah, they're going after it. You can build. They're one of the websites you can build your own on them. You put everything together. They're. I haven't heard much about them. I can't attest to the quality of Faxon. Faxon. All I would say is if you go and buy anything from them, give us a shout out here. Say, hey, I saw about y'all from this guy. And that way they can figure us out a little bit. I would love to get my hands on one of their 8.6 blackouts. I definitely want to do some testing on my own. Because I can explain, oh, they did it on this, they did it on this. But that doesn't really give me a whole lot of oomph behind it. A little bit more to it. Versus your 308 win versus the 8.6 blackout. Since I have both of those are the two I'm going to compare. At 400 yards, your 308 win drops 34 inches. Your 8.6 drops 53 inches. So, yeah, you might be able to shoot out to that range. But again, this is looking like it's going to be a step up from the 300 blackout, where the 300 blackout was designed to break the body armor. Front plate going to the body. This one looks like it's definitely, even up to potentially level 4 plates, it's going to break that plate. So it's interesting for hunters. Everybody, oh, it's 185 grain, 2,200 feet per second, 1,684 foot-pounds of force at 100 yards, 993 foot-pounds of force at 400 yards. For hunter, that's perfect. That's all the information they really need. It does have lighter recoil velocity. That's interesting. 8.5 foot-pounds of force recoil versus 10.7 foot-pounds.
Ooh.
So that's definitely no, excuse me, 10 versus 16 pounds of force, 10 to 16. So that's definitely that's 5 feet per second. So it's slower recoil and it's weaker recoil than the 308. But your 308 is going to be more accurate, longer range, and maintain better foot-pounds of force. Again, you're taking something that is meant to come out of, double the overall size of the damn thing.
Right.
So shoot this now. I feel like somebody took a 6.5 and said, "Can we neck that out a little bit? What do you want to shove in there?" Well, we can't fit a 50 in it. Give me a 338 Lapua tip. What? Yeah, that was designed to break body armor at 1,000 yards.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can shove that into an AR, like Noreen Firearms on Only Long Range Weapons.com, something like that. The guys I show all the time. They put a 338 Lapua into an AR as well. 338 Lapua. If I didn't have that caliber already, I guarantee I would have picked one of those up. Because why not?
Exactly.
So there are definitely some interesting things being done with the AR frames. It is a that's one of the problems liberals have with it. It is such a versatile frame that they don't want people to be able to keep owning them. Because look at it. If I can shove 338 Lapua into one and put it on the background. There we go. If I can shove 338 Lapua into an AR, what else can I get into there? I probably go up to 50. So you can have an AR in, what was that small caliber? Mach 2. From anywhere from a Mach 2 all the way up to 338 Lapua and damn near anything in between. There's currently a company that's making a 4570 AR. The 350 Legend has an AR. I'm sure they're going to be trying to put 400 nitro in one at some point in time. Currently, the largest AR-15 caliber is 50 Beowulf, and that's just fat bullet, whereas the largest AR-10 caliber is going to be the 50 Alaskan. Fat-wise, not overall size, but how thick it is. It's a 50 caliber round coming out of it, where the largest overall caliber they're getting through them is 338 Lapua. If you can take something and put whatever the hell you basically want through it, that's one of the problems. They don't like having it being such a versatile piece of equipment where you can, and affordable, mind you. Mm-hmm. Most of them you can get for under $1,000. You can get a 5.56 AR from anywhere from $350. Don't do that. Up to a couple of grand. Why you would want to spend $3,500 in an AR is beyond me, but some people like having the name brand gun. I would love to get one of the name brand ones just to see how it compares to my custom made one that I got for like $1,200, just to see how they shoot and compare to each other.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, it's more comfortable, or no, mine really functions better.
Do you see them before very long making a larger caliber than 50?
We already do.
Through? I mean, on a basic rifle.
An AR or a bolt action, smaller bolt action.
Yeah.
There have been guys that have made an AR in 50 BMG. And it is, from what I have seen, the amount of recoil you're going to be dealing with is unholy. So, yes, they have done it, but it's not how you think it is. It's a single shot. It's on an AR frame, but it could they couldn't modify the magwell to be able to fit a 50 caliber magazine into it.
Right. No, what I'm saying is you got 50 caliber. I'm wondering if they're ever going to increase and go up to 55 caliber or 60 caliber.
Well, you've got to remember, we do have bigger than 50 caliber right now. We currently have the 14.9 SOP, which is currently just some guy made around that he wanted to make around from a neck down 20 millimeter Vulcan. You can also buy, what the hell was that caliber? It's from Ukraine. I want to say it's on my wall over here. 14.5 by 114 millimeter, but you can only get that rifle from Ukraine. and then you can buy the 20 millimeter Vulcan itself in a bolt at which we showed last week. Week
You can
before.
only get it from Ukraine. Aren't Ukrainians using it to fight
Uh,
right
well,
now?
apparently, we just gave them $2 billion worth of crap again,
I know we did.
so they can get bent. Joe Biden's a moron. And the Hunter Biden just admit the laptop is real and everything on it is his. Yet we don't see any arrests happening. Now the Biden family is suing the people that brought it forward, and they're going to win. They're proving they are untouchable. Well, what they think is untouchable. I'm sorry, just because the judicial and legislative, all the governing bodies won't touch you, doesn't. Don't finish that sentence.
What do you think about all these sightings of these Chinese spy balloons?
Wouldn't have happened under Trump.
Nope. We just had 2 of them reported in Cameron.
I've been hearing people say, if it was Trump, he would have shot him down. No, they wouldn't be flying over here if Trump was here. For those of y'all that don't know, that's inside restricted airspace. That's over United States soil. That's technically an invasion, an act of war. 100%.
They're being spotted all over the United States right now.
The problem is, if you want to invade mainland America, you have to do it smart. You can't come from the South. You can have California. I don't care. We'll take it back from you. I promise that. We will get it back. Whether it be the rednecks or the actual military, it's coming back to America.
Well, they wouldn't have a chance if they dropped in from
Texas.
Sky.
Oh, yeah. We're
They'd
going to
be blown
paradrop
off the ground before they ever hit it.
We're going to paradrop in. All that is for a bunch of hicks and hillbillies and rednecks is a loot drop.
That's it.
That's what you are. You're going to do high altitude, low oxygen drops. You're going to be coming down. We're going to see it. We're going to hear it. We're going to hear the notifications. We're going to walk outside. I'm going to give my friends a few things to play with. Hey, you're borrowing my stuff. For every 5 you get, give me 1. What? Yep, you're borrowing my equipment. You get 5. I get one of the things off of their stuff. Makes sense to me. I'm getting all the stuff that I drop, so it's fair. Now, mind you, I don't know how much I would trust. What is the Chinese military currently using for firearms?
I don't know. But it would be a turkey shoot is all it would be.
What's the word I'm looking
for? Yeah.
Infantry.
Jesse, we just had one 20 miles away from me today, spotted and took a picture of it in Cameron, Missouri. He said Tennessee about an hour ago they had one spotted, and the second one was in Canada.
It's a bullpup.
It's a what?
It's a bullpup. It's the QBZ-95. Oh, the last thing I saw on the QBZ-95 is they were not even putting rifling in the barrels. So when they were shooting them, the rounds were hitting their targets sideways.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so the weaponry they're bringing isn't even that good of a quality.
No, but it's target practice.
Yep. Now, of course, if they start bringing LMGs in, be happier with those. You can keep the QBZ. Yeah, I don't want to touch that nasty piece of shit. That's a disgusting gun. So the QBZ-95 is this guy right here. Watching videos on this. The last time I saw their training, which was about a year ago, so still current, when they were shooting, their bullets were coming out and then they were just flopping everywhere because they don't have the rifling done right.
That's a modified grease gun. Yeah. That's what we called them when I was in the service.
Now, if they go to the QBZ-191, this looks like a better quality rifle.
Yeah, all the way around.
That looks much better around. around. It looks like they're basing it off of an American style AR, the M16, with a little bit of AK-47 into it. What is that? QBZ 191. Yeah, that's not a bad looking firearm.
No. Probably shoots a hell of a lot better too.
You're looking at 5.8 by 42.
What would that be comfortable in something like ours comparison?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Because those numbers don't seem.
5.8 outperforms both the 5.56 and 5.45 versus ballistics and penetration, more muzzle velocity, as long as it's done right. An American. So it seems to be a very specific, designed to replace the Soviet 7.62 by 39.
So, in other words, they couldn't grab our ammo and use it in it.
No. And
And we
vice
can't
versa.
grab their
We
ammo
can't.
and use it in ours.
No.
Okay.
No, we could not. But I mean, as soon as they start dropping, it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be fish in a barrel.
Oh, I know.
I mean, you've got to be careful of that because you're going to be hitting. I mean, you're aiming at something. Again, bullets don't go straight up and down. Having a trajectory, it is going to hit something. So, again, accuracy is a blessing to have. Be accurate. Take a couple test shots first. And then calculate or compensate. You got to think infantry dropping in. They're in a big round pair. It's not like skydiving where you can control it. They're just going with wherever the wind takes them. So if you can compensate just even a little bit, you'll be able to hit your targets very, very well.
Anywhere.
Yeah, really. You know, they don't want to come through
You
Texas.
just look at it this way. Even if you shot them in the leg, when they land, they ain't going nowhere because that's going to be a hard-ass hit.
Oh, yeah. The leg is one of the most dangerous places to get hit. Hi, Jambler.
Hey, Barbara.
You get hit in the leg, you've got massive veins flowing through your legs. You have the femoral arteries. If you hit somebody in the femur, even if you miss the femoral artery, that femur shot can cause. It's not the bullet that can do the most damage. It's the shrapnel that force breaking and shattering that bone. When they hit the ground, because they can't just lay back on it, they're going to hit with their feet first. That bone is going to get driven up.
Yep.
They're going to be, the
at a
pain
great
is going to
force
be excruciating. So what I'm telling you is if you aim right about the toes, you'll either hit in the legs or up higher, depending on how far.
Yeah, it'll just go up anywhere up above. It don't matter. But still,
them bringing the balloons in here is a complete violation of every pact we have. It's an act of war. It's an invading force. So no, what they're doing is completely illegal, and we should be, hey, the hell are y'all? Get your balloons out of here before we start. Y'all remember Nagasaki and Hiroshima, where we turned them into the sun twice?
Yep.
You really want to play that game? The problem is the president we have is such a pencil whipped bitch owned by China that he's going to let it keep going. Oh, no, they're friends. They're allies. No, you're on your knees sucking their cock, Mr. President. I know you're watching me.
I can understand them in certain places. Like first spot they were spotted at was over Reno, where there's big, massive missiles over there. I could understand that. Why are they flying over the Midwest here? I understand.
Farms.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're going over there, because they want to destroy the farms. Little do they know our own government's been doing that. Look at the amount of chicken farms that have been getting blown up. Why egg prices are so high. Food processing plants. Last time I seen it was 19 food processing plants were blown up. That's not a coincidence. One's a coincidence. Two is a trend. All right. So they're finding areas that they want to drop arsenals on that would cripple them, because America's not going to drop weaponry on America. It's not feasible. If they don't drop weaponry on top of America, if they try and invade, Reno, Nevada is a stupid place to try and start. Yeah, we're going to send people that aren't used to the American heats that we have, and we're going to drop them in a desert. Excuse me? Before your troops even get anywhere, heat exhaustion is going to be real.
Right.
I don't even have to take pop shots at them dropping in. I'm going to let them hit the ground and start sweating. Because by the time after the day is done, come afternoon, they're going to be too exhausted to do anything. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be shooting, instead of shooting ducks, it's going to be shooting fish in a barrel. Oh, we got to run. We can't move. Why? We're dehydrated. We sweated it all out.
Well, if they land in Texas, what are they going to do? Hide behind a sagebrush?
Good luck. Last I had seen, Texas ranked number 18 on the highest registered guns in the world.
Right.
And you've got to remember, Texas is a non-registered state.
Oh, they're sharing your blocking out. Ooh, that's bad, Barbara.
Yeah. So even out of the 50 states, and Texas not being a registered state, we still rank number 18. Texas has a lot of guns.
Oh, could you imagine them landing in a mesquite thicket?
Oh.
They'd find out real good why they don't want to eat barbecue.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, you good? These socks? Why is it so sharp? You landed in mesquite, buddy. What's mesquite? It's what we use to barbecue with.
Jay, remember when you was in war before and they dug the little holes in the ground and stuck those sharp, pointy sticks up?
We ain't got to do that.
We don't need that. We got mesquite trees.
They're going to be begging for death. You got to think they're parachuting down. They're trapped in it.
Yeah.
They're going to
be shredded.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the infections they're going to get.
That is hilarious, though, once you stop and think about it.
I think it would be more hilarious for them to learn about Louisiana and Florida swamps. Oh, yeah. The mesquite would be hilarious to watch. The swamps would be hilarious to watch and listen to.
Oh, yeah.
They get stuck on one of those trees. They start hearing banjo music. I'll be your huckleberry. They start running away from that deeper into the swamps and then find the giant dinosaurs we currently have.
Yeah.
And we still got plenty of them. There are still plenty of gators out there to do more than enough damage. More than enough.
There is. Even though they're hunted and, everything harvested like that, there's still plenty of them out there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you look how many eggs
to kill.
A gator lays. You take one gator out, you got 50 more coming out.
Yeah. So, good luck. We're safe. We're away from the banjo music. All you're going to hear is the Jaws theme music at this point in time.
Oh, what's even going to be funnier, they land in Texas, in southern or middle Texas out there in those thickets, and they're dangling, we're going to say, 18 inches off the ground. They're going to find out real quick what wild hogs are.
Oh, yeah.
Because the blood's going to be dripping down. What's going to draw a hog in?
That blood.
Oh, that could be hilarious.
They're going to hit ground and have a bad day.
It is bloody.
There's nothing they can do to train to go against our temperatures. There's nothing they can do to train against the wildlife we have other than just shoot anything that you see. The problem is the second you shoot one hog, the majority of them start going feral. And they're feral hogs, but what I mean by that is they're going to be aggressive as shit towards you.
Oh, yeah.
And they travel in numbers. So if you're hanging out alone dangling above the ground in the mesquite thicket, you see one of them and take some shots at it, just know mama's going to be nearby and mama's going to be about dick high and she's going to bite whatever comes into her face first. And
Yeah.
Chinese guys are not big.
They'll learn. They'll learn real quick what tests are.
Oh yeah. You're gonna have, yeah, they have their kung fu and stuff. They're gonna come across the guy my they're gonna come across the guy my size. Yo, waha! How much
Clink.
training you? Yeah, how much training do you have? I've done 4 years in the military. Cool, cool, cool. I got about 2 years under me. Kick. Why? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you kick at me? Then you've got to think. Texas has a shit ton of professional power lifters, not bodybuilders, not just bodybuilders are strong alone. Power lifters. These are the guys that are throwing 500 pounds around for fun. They're going to be throwing plates at these kids. Again, kids, because China has a conscripted military, basically stating you have to serve. You know the amount of members are going to hit ground and be like, nope. I was sent over here. I'm not playing this game.
Yep.
I know better. I knew this was a dumb idea the second I touched ground.
Well, they know it, especially nowadays, because they're like, well, all these people get to come across the border and get free reign in this country. I want to,
I'm sorry, but I'm still a civilian. I don't have to abide by the Geneva Convention.
Nope.
And technically, because of that, if we do go to war, any other people coming in are still invading forces. So the illegal immigrants coming in are now considered an act of a terroristic attack because we're currently at war. We're trying to close our borders no matter what. You're coming across the border and we're fighting somebody. If I just happen to see a group of people traveling through the areas, I don't know if they're military or not. Nothing I'm doing is wrong.
They can't send the American soldiers over to Ukraine.
No,
because they have to declare an act of war.
No, yeah, that would be
Russia.
Biden's being an idiot with this. We're sending this aid and this aid. You just gave him $2 billion worth of military equipment, like you did with Afghanistan. We have sent somewhere around $1 trillion to Ukraine in aid. How much more money do we have to send for them? That don't make no sense.
If they're requesting it, they can request all they want. That is a war. And
how
if we get involved in it, Congress has to declare a war. Hello, Kyle. Welcome to the show.
Those of y'all that don't know, there is a bill that was passed, and as far as I still know, it is still in effect. If Congress wants to declare a war, all members of Congress that voted for the war are now enlisted. Can't remember.
So.
No, there was,
but I don't think that is.
I don't know if it's still active. But if they vote for that war, they're supposed to be deployed as well. Right. This happened years and years ago, and I agree with it. You want to go to war, you have to be willing. Put your foot or put your mouth money where your mouth is, kind of a thing.
But with that over there, because Ukraine and Russia are actually in a war, the only way we can send troops over, if we're going to send troops over, Congress has to declare war.
And they won't do that.
No.
Because the second somebody else steps in, more people step in.
Because it's not called a conflict. It's called the Ukrainian and Russian War.
Yeah.
So
you send
conflict is a different deal. We found that out in Vietnam and Korea.
You send any kind of a troop over there, they get caught. Now there's been American volunteers that have gone over. That's different. They're not attached to a military branch at all. But I want to go back to my conspiracy theory where I don't think Putin's the bad guy. I don't. What tells me that he's not the bad guy is the amount of support our government is currently giving Ukraine. Look at all the
our government is playing both sides anyway.
They're trying to, but they've been funding Ukraine greatly. They've been sending billions of dollars, billions of aid. They've been sending stuff left and right. Putin has a large military, and he's been
Binman. Who's
pussyfooting around.
Binman?
I think she's talking about. Are you talking about Vladimir Putin, or are you talking about Zelensky? Because
Binman,
Zelensky's with
military contract.
anything that
Oh, Binman is looking for American citizens,
yeah,
not American military.
yeah, that's fine. They can
That's
get
a military
citizens.
contract. That's kind of like
That's not a military contract through the United States, though. That's a military contract.
exactly.
That is a.
What was that
They're
black
hiring
deal over there?
mercenaries. They're
Yeah,
hiring mercenaries. Is what
Alexander Vidman.
it's not an act of war. They're contracting people to come over. They're hiring mercenaries, which is completely.
That's basically what it is. Just like that black ops they had over there.
What gives me better reasoning about anything. Look at the amount of people supporting Ukraine. You have George Bush. Yes, even George Bush is a rhino. You have plenty of liberals. You have plenty of Democrats. Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, Obama, Biden administration, AOC. There are so many of these liberals and Democrats supporting Ukraine. Then you look at Hunter Biden's track record with Ukraine and the dealings and his son. They're laundering money over there. It's not going to the military aid. It's going into Zelensky's pocket, so he stays quiet on what our dealings are. So no, this is not a war between Ukraine and Russia. This is Putin trying to bring light to the corruption going on a global scale out of Ukraine. Ukraine just happens to be at the head of it. Well, not the head. Happens to be the middleman where all the money's kind of going around and through. And Putin's trying to show and stop that money laundering and bring attention to it. Because if he really wanted to, it's Russia. He threatened to nuke America if Hillary Clinton won. So I don't think Putin's the bad guy. I think Zelensky's the bad guy. And the Biden administration is still doing a lot of crap with them. And then look at Obama. Every other president through history has retired with grace. He is still in way too much political dealings, have way too many political parties and meetings. Look at one of the political parties they had not too long ago where President Biden was there and nobody was engaging with Biden at all. They were all going to Obama. Every one of them. And Biden tried to talk to Obama, and Obama brushed him off. That's not fishy at all. So I'm going to put
this up on the screen. Let me put this up.
I don't think it's what... Remember, the media is a magician. Focus over here so you don't see what's going on this hand.
This Binman guy, I got it right here, right? He's wanting to send mechanics over there to repair the damaged military vehicles.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
You do realize how difficult that crap is to fix, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, anything in the military, this is coming from a military mechanic. Mechanic on submarines, machinist mate, third class, Cameron. Not going to say my last name as much anymore because I know you dirty assholes are watching me. But I had to fix a submarine constantly. All military equipment is based on the same concept. Lowest bidder possible.
Mm-hmm.
So that equipment is not meant to be maintained very easily. And if it falls into any hands, good luck. Oh, we've got a new American tank. Can you fix it? What? It runs fine. 3, 2, 1. How'd you know that? Mechanic. Constantly making repairs to that thing. All the time. Every time a group goes on a deployment, a patrol, anything like that, the second you hit back to home base, that thing is going into a garage. Because now we've got to figure out what broke.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nothing broke. Bullshit. What broke?
Yep.
What you do, somebody sent it off a hill. Somebody did something they're not supposed to do. You bounced funny. And they're not, it is not an easy fix. Engineers are dumb. Let's put this valve somewhere where you cannot reach it easily. So you're hiring people that are not going to be able to fix this thing at
No,
all. Even if they are able to figure out how to fix it, the parts to fix that piece of shit are going to be way too much money. We'll make it work. It's not how it happens, Hoss. We can duct tape it enough and get a few more miles out of it, but that's it.
just imagine the pay they're going to try to round up to get.
You gonna
I
have
know back in the early days when we was fighting Iraq, when I was driving over the roads, I was in North Carolina with my truck, my Peterbilt in a shop being worked on. And they had a group of guys in this Peterbilt talking to owner operators, wanting us to sign a 1 year contract to go over there and train them how to drive semis pulling oil tankers. $1,000 a day, 1 year contract.
damn.
They even showed me a picture and video of the special Peterbilt trucks that were being designed to run over there.
And it's not one world order, Jailbird. It is new world order,
Yep.
which the Biden Obama administration has been pushing for the past decade. Hillary Clinton's talked about. AOC has talked about. Biden has a book. We know that not Biden, Obama. We know Michelle's a man. The more information that's gonna that's a dude. That's a dude. That's a dude. She's so graceful. She's such a pretty first lady. She's got a dick. She has a look at who Margaret Thatcher. She was talking about how Michelle Obama was a man.
Uh-huh.
And like 2 weeks later was dead. Yeah. Yeah. When people call the suicide hotline, normally they're trying to talk him down. Hillary Clinton calls the suicide hotline to place an order. Oh, well,
You'd be surprised how many are men.
no, I wouldn't be. And Biden is definitely a pussy.
You'd be surprised how many of those guys up there are women.
Yep.
They already showed that in one.
We are on the verge of a civil uprising. And the last thing I seen about Biden talking about Antifa, he had said, I'm just happy she's not on the box anymore. What? That man has no cognitive facility behind him whatsoever anymore. He clearly has dementia. We still can't get a health and wellness checkup on him, yet they demanded that President Trump get one. No, we know what happened with the election. We know what's happening with Project Veritas, that the WHO just admitted that they are purposefully mutating the coronavirus to create deadlier strains. We know the VA is corrupt. Kim, one of the people that was in here earlier, is currently fighting the VA. I'm fighting the VA in a different way. But there's so much going on that people don't understand. And then there's people like me that are watching this and they're getting more and more pissed off. And I want diplomacy to play out. But the amount of corruption, what the Biden family just proved, is even when you have child imagery, drug abuse, you have dealings with a foreign country, we have treason, we have Biden having top secret documentation among 4 different locations when he was not president. He doesn't have the ability or didn't have the ability to declassify documentation. They've got 4 facilities where he's got top secret information just sitting around. And his argument when they found it in his garage, well, it's a locked garage. I'm sorry, Mr. Dumbass. I can get into your garage really easy if I want to. It's not hard. That door is thin aluminum. It is. I live in a gated house. Yeah, and your lover that broke in was drinking a highball with you in their underwear. Got those photos too, Mr. Dingleberry. Oh, yeah. And Jailbird, you can go and look at all there's websites now where you can go see almost everything on there. Obviously, they can't post the child imagery, But there's a lot of stuff, the emails, text communications. There's a lot of information on there about how corrupt that mother is.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a terrorist. He is treasonous. He's taking control of his father. He's paying for things. He's got dealings with foreign countries that he shouldn't be having. President Trump gave up most of his companies, gave them to his family. So he was living off of his money. He's one of the few presidents in history that lost money in politics. Every other one of these assholes is making millions on a $164,000 a year salary. Their books aren't interesting. Nobody's buying that shit. Oh, I'm making all this money from my books. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not. You're lying. You're money laundering through Ukraine to get sent back to you in secret dealings behind there's a gentleman that goes to the Renaissance Festival. He looks homeless. He's purposefully got his face painted so you can't see it. He talks about the New World Order. He talks about the Bilderberger Group. He talks about the Rothschilds, and I want to say the Rosenberg family. Talking about the Illuminati is real, but not everybody understands the Illuminati, but even the Illuminati has somebody controlling it. Then he goes into talk about a group called, what were they? It was an Indian name. Basically, the translation turns it into gods. Gods. Yeah. Let's go back to religion. Yes, let's go into religion. Everybody's favorite topic. No, we're not going to get into the specifics of it, but we'll go into Christianity. In the Bible, the 10 Commandments, it's one of the commandments is, thou shalt not worship any other God before me. Admitting the existence of other gods and deities. Yes, Jailbird, you're also look at hell. There have been satanic imagery across multiple locations during their interviews. There's hell, the Pope. The Pope has a background image where they're saying it's Jesus rising from the dead. It's hell. It's hell. No way, and you cannot convince me that the background y'all are using, it's Jesus rising. That what y'all are showing is the flames of hell fight. No. Even the Pope is in on this shit. But there's families running this, and then there's the Illuminati that's helping with this, and then there's a group of the oh god, what was that group? Oh, it's gonna eat at me. Looks like it. I don't think that's it. Oh, I'll have to find that later on. Either way, there's gods controlling this. Let's look at the Rothschilds. One of the Rothschilds' famous words were, I'm not going to die until I watch America burn, or I just completely destroy America. It's predicted that 250 years is long enough for a civilization to overcome its greatest trials and tribulations and fall. How old is America? Coming up on 250 years.
Mm-hmm.
How, what are we at? 248? 249?
Something like that.
We're coming up on 247 years old.
So 3 years.
3 years. We're getting pretty damn. This July it'll be 3 years. So we're getting damn close. And I'll tell you what, there's going to be a bunch of people that better start fighting like the third monkey on Noah's Ark, and it's starting to rain. The fact that I don't have more people watching the show and like-minded like me that don't want to go out to the middle of a lake somewhere and blow up a bunch of tea pisses me off. Because how are y'all still staying so calm watching this shit go on? How are you not pissed watching our food prices and gas prices skyrocket, housing market completely crumble, selling our land to foreign countries, not foreign people, foreign countries? How are we not furious? How do we not have a better following where people are like, you're damn right. No, I'm not looking to start a cult, but got Antifa, you've got Black Lives Matter. Why can't we get Second Amendment proud patriots together to go and march actively under this guise and go and blow up a bunch of tea and remind our governing body, you serve us. We don't work for you. You're not here to give us our constitutional rights. You're there to protect them. And when you fail to do so in your assigned duty, you are to be removed in any way, shape, or form. Any questions? Didn't think so.
He
At some
says
point,
Facebook is blocking the shows.
I know they are because they don't like the fact that I talk about this shit. They don't like the fact that I cuss
No,
and that I bring up
we're still live, so it's not being blocked right now. It may be blocking it from being shared.
They're blocking
I
it from being shared. We're being attacked. They don't want more people watching this because then they will get pissed.
Jesse, you like this? Share it out to all your friends. We're live every Friday night at 6 p.m. Central.
Why I can't get a sponsor that agrees with me is mind blowing. Oh, you sell firearms? Why not support a small time network, help them grow, promote your products, watch your little plant bloom, and say, we were there from the beginning. We helped fund them, we helped sponsor them, we helped them get the equipment they needed. I would love to have a warehouse to do stupid shit in to make this show more entertaining. Talk about the valid points like this, but let's go and test firearms. Let's get a hold of the QBZ 191. Let's get a hold of the 20 millimeter. Let's get a hold of the 50 BMG and put it against different pieces of material. So if you're ever in a combat situation, make sure you've got this because screw their cover, kind of a thing. Hard to have cover when it's going bye-bye. Blows my mind that there aren't Second Amendment companies out there that want to help the little guy in this situation. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. But on that note, we are out of well over time again.
Yep.
Please make sure you share this out. I do try and avoid getting adamant. I am trying to maintain the educational purposes so we can continue to grow. But at some point in time, I will give up. I'm just being honest. If I don't see growth at some point in time soon, I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep fighting this. Sorry, Carl, but we've been going for a long time and we've been fighting tooth and nail and we can't get our numbers anywhere.
I know. It's getting rougher and rougher on these numbers.
It's very disheartening, and I don't like getting into the adamant conversations. I don't like getting furious. I don't like getting flustered, upset, aggravated, start cussing left and right. I like talking about things that are interesting, like the new H6 blackout, 300 blackout, the purposes behind calibers, the purposes behind firearms, talking about Keltec firearms, talking about Chinese firearms, like the pros, the cons, things that are interesting bits of information. People that have no idea about firearms or the versatility of an AR-15 or why they're trying so desperately to ban the AR-15 when it functions the same as a Glock. It does. It makes no sense to me that they would go after something so aggressively, or body armor, night vision, suppressors. And yes, I agree, Jailbird. They win if we quit, but at the same point in time, you've got to look at it from my perspective. I've been doing podcasting for about 5 or 6 years now. I have not been able to. We've hit 50 viewers at one point in time, but we do not maintain any double-digit views. I'll make y'all a deal. I'm going to put my beard back on the line. Yep. I'll put my beard back up for sacrifice. If and only Carl's currently doing a giveaway. What did you say the number was, Carl?
As soon as we get 20 followers, one of them will win. Each time we have 20 followers, I'll give them their choice.
So you're saying
they can win a Second Amendment coin.
So you're saying 20 active viewers.
Yep, in one show. Or they can have a chain that has an eagle and says proud veteran on it. And if they get, we'll say 25 viewers in one show, I will offer away The United States Veterans Pocket Watch.
I'll say once we hit 30 viewers consistently, that doesn't mean people in and out. That
Mm-hmm.
means we sit at 30 viewers for at least half the show. It's an hour-long show. So half an hour is not unreasonable, at least in my opinion. 30 viewers regularly, I'll raffle my beard. You can dye it. You can, if you want to dye it, I'll dye all of it. But it's got to be a reason. You've got to think I'm in a professional setting at work. It's got to be something reasonable.
Right.
I'm not
No
doing
pink,
neon.
no
Yeah,
nothing like
I'll
that.
do blue. I'll do a dark blue, a dark purple. I'll do dark color green, but I'm not going to do neon. I'm not going to go straight white. I'll look like a young Santa Claus. Well, I'm gonna do white. You can have me dye it, cut it. I'm going to leave the hair on top, but I'll chop the beard off. I'm not going to do, again, professional setting. I'm doing, I can't do too many interesting designs with it. But if you want me to chop it off, you want to be clean shaven, if you want me to keep growing it out, I'll let you have the say in it. Whoever wins gets the say. But I want 30 viewers every damn week minimum.
Has to be it has to be a minimum of 1 month of a consistent 30 viewers before you do that.
Yeah, because you've got to think this is 8 months of growth, 8 months, and I'm still going to be growing it out. If it takes 4 more months for this to happen, that's a year's worth of work trying to get this done. That is not an unreasonable request for a year's worth of effort. It's really not. 365 days for 30 people. So that happens, the beard will go up for a raffle again. But other than that, I'm losing hope very, very quickly at this point in time. It's one of the reasons I've taken so many sabbaticals. I'm trying to avoid that because I do know that it affects the numbers and views. But at the same point in time, look at it from my perspective. Yeah, I love talking to y'all about this. I love having the interaction. And I try and hit most. If you have questions, if you have comments that pique my interest, if you bring up something fun or entertaining to me, I want to engage with that. But if you're not, I mean, Carl watches it all the time. I'm constantly looking over. Do I see a question mark?
Mm-hmm.
If I see a question, I want to, or Carl will pop it up on the screen for me. Hey, Cameron, here's a question for you. I don't want to be one of those streamers out there that ignores you. If I have a show for a whole hour, the only thing I'm doing is answering questions. That's a great damn show to me. All right, question number 1. Okay, slow down a little bit for me. Give me a second. Let me hit this one real quick. Hit this one real quick. I shouldn't have to worry about, we're over time. Yeah, we're over time. Oh, well. I've got more questions to answer. That should be the goal. People wanting to ask and engage and stuff like that. But been doing this for so long and I haven't seen, I mean, we all have lives. It's Friday night. Everybody wants to go and do stuff. Go to the bar, go to a club, go meet somebody, go shoot pool, something.
I'm wondering if it is our time slot again.
So we can take a look at the time slot. We can modify that around. I'd honestly say Saturday being the best day for this and the gaming show. The gaming show is neither here nor there when it moves or not because that's so late in the evening. But
Right.
this one we may want to do Saturday at 2 p.m. or something, or 5 p.m. Whatever. We'll have to look at it again. So maybe we'll do a change on that. Get
We
everybody.
may have to do it later in the evening, especially on the weekends, because with winter and spring going to be coming up, people are going to be out doing stuff up until late.
We do go live on Facebook. We're live on 5 different Facebooks, Twitter, and 2 YouTubes.
Yeah.
We're live in
We're all over the place. You got to look at during when we did the live video, 400 hours live video, we had a lot of people on Twitter and Twitch. But Twitch brings out all the a-holes out of it now.
No, by all means, Jesse, ask your questions. That's what I'm here for. That's what I want. I want questions. Ask, please. That's usually what gets me going on stuff. Um,
No, not just no. I wouldn't do that.
but I would honestly, I think Saturday at maybe 7, 8 o'clock in the afternoon, people are coming inside. The sun's set, they're done. Friday nights, everybody wants to go out and party. Saturday, they're recovering. So I think we could go to a Saturday time slot. I'll talk with Wally, see what he wants. Um, but we'll look at changing that around and seeing if that helps.
We may have to. We may also have to start doing some StreamYard now allowing YouTube reels, little 60-second deals to make a deal up, like that, talking about our show at a regular time.
Yeah, something, a commercial. But again, I will put this up for auction when I see 30 regular viewers. But Jesse, what's your question? Please ask. Um, I just been fighting for so long, and I can't. You can fight and fight and fight, and eventually you've got to fight
You
it.
don't have to be quiet on this show, Jesse.
No, Jesse, you don't have to be quiet at all.
We interact with everybody in the chat room. Even a lot of our hosts on the network, most of them came out of a chat room.
Even the ones that we've had come and go have come through
Yeah,
the show. So
they
please
have.
ask. It's so what I like to say when it comes to questions, there's no such thing as a stupid question whatsoever.
No.
There are stupid people, but this isn't singling you out. This is not trying to make fun of you any. The only time there's a stupid question is the question that is not asked. And I even talk about that in the classes I do. I instruct for a living. I'm a teacher at a survival and safety training facility. And I talk about the same way I talk here. I'm not going to bullshit anybody. I'm blunt and abrasive, and I'm going to put the information out the same damn way. It does not. I love training people for some reason. I like working with my hands more, but I do enjoy training people that want to be trained. But if you don't ask the question, you're not asking a question other people may want to know as well. So you're setting other people up for failure. And if you have no knowledge about guns, firearms, safeties, calibers, anything like that, political topics, it's not doing you any good.
Well, just share
It's,
us out to all your friends, Jesse. If you want to
it,
see us grow, we used to have before COVID hit and everything, it was nothing to have 25, 35 viewers at a time on this show, even more than that at times.
so please ask the question. Because you never know. Somebody else may have the same question. Some people are too shy to ask the questions. You're behind a screen. Nobody can see your face.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can see mine. If I don't know it, I'll put a whole show to it to try and answer it. But if you don't ask, you hurt yourself more walking away today. Think of it that way. Well, I could have asked. You want to live with that regret? Or would you rather ask the question and get an answer? It might not be the answer you like, but it's an answer. So don't be shy. Don't be quiet. Ask away.
Mm.
We'll give her a couple seconds.
Oh, yeah.
That's not your question, is it, there, Jesse?
No, she's figuring out how to share our show out.
Okay. And I appreciate the shares and I want the support, but I don't want you to not ask your question.
Right. Any question.
You've piqued my interest. I'm curious to know what you're trying to figure out. And you can ask anything. You're not going to offend me. You're not going to upset me. And then, even if you upset me, it's like, Carl, I'm not going to be upset with you. I'm going to be upset about something else. Why you have to ask the question if you want to phrase it that way. Well, I appreciate that.
Thank you, Jesse.
I'm still going with that question.
No, I don't think she had a question. I think she was just telling us everything.
No, she said right here. I was going to ask a question. Maybe the time.
I
Oh,
think that was
she
that
was
question
talking
about
about the time
Facebook.
frames. No, she was asking. She was talking about the time frames when our show is at. I
Yeah.
thought she had a question that she had to ask. I read that wrong. She was talking about the time slot may not be the best time for us to do the show. Okay, I apologize. I thought
See,
you
we
were.
started this show a long time ago on Sundays.
Yep. But I wanted to make sure I could get everything done before work. Sunday's kind of my day to recover and get everything
I
knocked
know.
down. I'm not a fan of doing shows on Saturdays. Saturdays is meant for me to have fun. If I do it Saturdays, I want to do it in the after 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, not 8, 9 o'clock, because that's when I'm doing stuff with friends. But oh yeah, I'm very long, dude. And Jailbird, she's watching from YouTube, so that's kind
Yeah.
of one of the problems we have where y'all can't see
Where
what
are you from, Jesse?
other
We have
people are
people that
posting.
watch us from all over the world.
So if
So
you're watching from Facebook, she's watching from YouTube. You can't see the YouTube comments. And Facebook, if you're watching from the ranch, can't see the Bill of Rights Network comments. They can't see the free stupidity comments. It's divided out. We get to see everything. But yeah, we'll look at changing it over to a
we
Saturday.
might. Friday night's a rough night, especially nowadays. You got a lot of people out for basketball games.
And with COVID going away, more people are going out partying after work and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
we'll get it figured out. But on that note, I do have to let some dogs out and I gotta go out myself.
Yep.
So please share this out again. 30 regular viewers, and I will auction the beard off. But I don't know how long I'm gonna give that. At some point in time, I'm just gonna say I appreciate all of you for giving us support, but this will be the last show. Don't know when that's going to be. Don't know if it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. At this point in time, the ball's in your court. But anytime you'll have any questions, y'all are more than welcome to get a hold of me or Carl directly. We can get you into the Discord. Please get a hold of us. Just because the show stopped doesn't mean we're not available for support. Again, 22 a day doesn't need to exist, so we're always available for anybody. So if you ever feel down, if you're ever out of it, if you ever have any kind of a question you didn't even want to ask on the show, get hold of me through Facebook, get a hold of Carl. You can find us through the Bill of Rights Network. You can find the list of all the shows throughout there. But get a hold of us. Other than that, if there's no other questions, I appreciate your support. I look forward to seeing you next week, probably a different time. Same place, though. As always, I'm Cameron.
And I'm Carl.
And this is the Second Amendment Ranch. Y'all have a good weekend.
The views expressed here are solely the opinions of the hosts and the guests, and not necessarily those of the network, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, etc. If you have an issue with the content of the show,